So this is the Beloved Woman's Bed. It was probably created in Milan, Italy, and it's now located in the Pitti Palace in Florence, Italy. And the artist responsible is Paolo Scegli, and he's Italian. And the medium of work is superimposed sheet metal, and I think this is pop modernism. I don't think that it really matches the characteristics, but I'll talk about that later. Some historical relevance of the work is that this piece of work is an example of a very limited number of works by Paolo that fall under the sheet metal category, which he began to make during the end of the 1950s and the beginning of the following decade, so the 60s. I don't know how long it took to create this, but it was created in 1960. And I think this work is important because it really challenges the bounds of what materials you can use to create art. I don't think that I've ever seen an art piece of just sheet metal in any of the museums that we saw. I only saw his. But I just thought that that was really cool, and it really just shows how anything can be art if there's like real meaning behind it. And defining characteristics, according to the Pitti Palace, is the superimposition of layers of sheet metal that he assembled with a view to achieve a central egg-shaped form, which is meant to represent the bed, which I don't really see it. Maybe that's just me. And historical contributions of the artist. Despite a short life, Paolo died at 31. His work was widely exhibited, notably including the 33rd Venice Biennale in 1966. I cannot pronounce half of these words. And then in 1968, he actually began delving into theater and expanding his work beyond the traditional gallery space. And personal observation, when I read the title, I was actually kind of confused because I don't see how this is meant to look like a bed. But like I said, maybe I just don't understand modern art. But I do think that the use of sheet metal was a very innovative way to create art. And I guess I've just never seen sheet metal manipulated into that shape before. And I chose this work because, like I said, I don't think I've seen another work be used with just sheet metal. And it really stood out in comparison to all the other works in the room, which they were all Paolo's, usually very bright colored pieces of canvas. This one was just a very stark contrast to that. And how does it compare to other works within the period? I don't think that this is the right period, but it matched the timeline really well. So I don't think I chose the right period because pop art, pop modernism in general includes a lot of bright colors and recognizable imagery. Think Andy Warhol. So like, I don't think that this fits in very well. His other pieces do fit in to this period. However, this one specific piece I don't think fits in very well. Anyways, Paolo, fun fact, Paolo moved into Milan in 1961 when he was only 21.